Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm right through
spanning for over 3,000 miles, as you're going to see here.
Holy shit.
Wait. Guys, this is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
No.
Hey, welcome back to another Bryce is Right. I hope y'all all had a great weekend week and, really just gearing up for Christmas. Hope y'all have a safe, very Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve today. Get that stuff done. Enjoy your time. Take a breath. It's crazy out there. It's stressful. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it overtake you, I should say. Just let it dissolve, man. And get back to it, Don't take everything too serious this year. It's almost over. What is up? It is time to dive down deep into some of the creepiest and freakiest videos I could find in the deepest, darkest corners of TikTok. And nah, these aren't your ordinary videos. They're going to be blowing your mind, making your head spin, and having you question your reality. Of course, before we get started though, let's go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content. And please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in, y'all. Let's get it.
What the is that? Holy shit.
pretty low, mister. If I had a rubber hose, I would beat you in.
A little unnecessary. That's some heavy ass snow. Is that the Chick-fil-A cow?
Santa Claus is real.
Santa Claus is real. Yes, you heard that right. Numerous images of Santa Claus have been recorded in cities across the United States in recent days. From New York and Los Angeles to Texas and Florida, social media is buzzing with activity. Videos show Santa sitting on a sleigh pulled by reindeer flying through the air. Some videos show a man in his familiar red suit and long white beard appearing unexpectedly on the streets, in shopping malls, and even in front of people's homes at night. What's chilling for many is that most of these images weren't staged, but were extracted from security cameras or recorded by passers-by. Many witnesses claim they didn't see any advertising or film crews around. The online community quickly split into two camps. One side believes these are simply Christmas costumes. The other side believes that Santa Claus is real and will appear precisely during the biggest holiday of the year. Is this just a coincidence? Or is a real Christmas miracle happening? What do you think? Leave a comment and stay tuned for further developments.
No, not on to your... what? God damn it! Are you with me? Sorry! Oh, sorry. My bad, buddy. I'm sorry.
That's funny. Probably AI.
It'll be the warmest Christmas on record across Texas and the Southern Plains. All right, why? Why is that happening? Big upper high. That's going to be across Louisiana. What that's going to do is it's going to take all the heat that was in the Southwest and ram it up into the Southern Plains states. Now, let's go from south to north. Let's take you in toward Dallas here, where I think temperatures are going to approach 80 degrees. Just to give you an idea of how warm that is, this is typical warmth that you would see in early May.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. Cannonball!
So if you're dreaming of a white Christmas, don't go into Texas, the Southern Plains, or the Mid-South on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's that temperature right now here in Texas. Those records. It's gonna be like 80 something today.
Malam hari ini terjadi fenomena alam. Langit memerah.
We literally just figured out how to unredact some of the Epstein files that Trump's administration redacted. So the Trump administration is so incompetent that they use the improper formatting for redactions. Meaning that on some of the files, all you got to do is copy the text, including the redactions, and then paste it in a notepad. When pasted, the actual redacted text shows. Watch, I'm doing it again right here. So this turns to this. This is what happens when you hire a criminal as president.
Wow.
The thing is there's even stranger properties to this hole. One of them is actually kind of hard to wrap your head around. A neighbor saw a black beam shooting out of the hole skyward. And
oh my gosh, do you see that guy?
I think it might have even been at night, but it was so black and absorbed so much of the light around it that it stood out at night. A beam of blackness, not a beam of light, a beam of basically a void shooting out of the hole. And I mean, if you ask your average hole expert, they're going to tell you that is unusual behavior for any hole.
Yeah. Check it out. Hole.
Oh, yeah. Can do nothing around here. I wonder if they celebrate Christmas. Y'all know I love my dog videos.
What's going on around the world right now? There were polar bears that were found living together in an abandoned weather station near the Arctic in Russia. A man dropped his uncle off recently at the Dubai airport, but the traffic home was so bad that his uncle got home to Pakistan before he got to his home in Dubai. And in China, it's apparently common to pay people to take you out of a traffic jam. They'll come pick you up on a motorbike, and then someone else will drive your car home.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Urulmud, Palau is the least populated capital city in the world with a population of 0. I never knew that German citizens, when they turn 100 years old, will always receive a letter from their president. Auckland is now the host of the longest direct flight in the world from China to Argentina. Yes, if you didn't catch that, Auckland, New Zealand, because apparently the plane stops there for 2 hours. But the entire trip takes almost 30 hours without getting off a plane. Peanut allergies are widespread here in the US, but not in Asia. The number of warships in the Chinese Navy has surpassed the United States.
My job had an ugly Christmas sweater, and I showed up with a picture of everybody's face on there. Yeah, everybody ugly as shit.
There's only 8 people.
Thing I fucking see.
That's cool.
Okay, this is the big sinkhole that is over in Gainesville.
Look at right here. Look at the cavern down in there.
That's a big sinkhole.
Oh, dude, and this is going to give way here, too.
It's falling as we talk.
Dude, the amount of products that are on a nationwide recall right now being sold in almost every single store is insane. So first on the list, there's salad dressings that are being recalled in 27 different US states because they could contain foreign objects. So this is nearly 4,000 cases of all kinds of different salad dressings that are being sold nationwide all across Costco and Publix because it could contain black plastic planting material. Obviously, nobody really knows what that even means, but this is a list of all of the salad dressings that are being recalled. Ice cream is being recalled right now now due to the potential presence of small stones or other hard objects in it. So this company is recalling their ice cream that's called So Delicious Dairy-Free Salted Caramel Cluster Non-Dairy Frozen Dessert Pints. Obviously, it's an incredibly long name for no reason, but they're recalling it because there could be small stones inside of the ice cream. This is the product number and the codes you need to look for, and then this is also what the ice cream looks like. There's a nationwide nasal spray recall that's currently being expanded to include another brand as the products are found to contain mold. This nasal spray was also sold nationwide in places like Walmart, CVS, and Amazon. These are the codes that you need to look for, and this is what the first nasal spray looks like. And then these are the other codes for the other nasal spray and what it looks like as well. The FDA is currently warning Target, Walmart, and other stores after a dangerous recalled product is still on the shelves. So they've issued warning letters to Target, Walmart, Albertsons, and Kroger saying that their stores nationwide were still selling recalled products that were linked to botulism. By the way, this one's incredibly important, so if you need to send this out to anybody you know, make sure you do that now because it's literally baby formula. This is what the baby formula that's being recalled looks like, and it's incredibly important, like I said, because it is still on the shelf.
That's scary.
Here's a sheet from a girl on TikTok who said this was from the GATE program, and she had to kind of decode and figure out what the message was saying. The theory behind the GATE program was that this wasn't to test your hearing or to put you in a special program or see what type of accelerated learning you would do.
Bringing back memories for me. I was in that program.
Are you smiling at me? You look so proud of yourself. That little grin's gonna get you anything you want, huh? Yeah? You happy? Oh my goodness.
Caffeine. Yo quiero taco. No.
If you tell people they have diabetes, their bodies will start behaving as if they had diabetes. And I'm not saying that's her specific research. I'm saying this is the umbrella that it falls under. If you tell people that they're old and that their bodies are going to deteriorate, their bodies get old and deteriorate. And there's a tremendous power of the mind to be able to modulate physiological processes, immune properties, things that we previously did not think the mind would have control over like that. And some people might say, well, if there's premonitions of all these things, why aren't there premonitions of positive things? There actually is an answer. The notion is that when there is distress, when there is tragedy, it vibrates at a different frequency, so that people who are picking up on this are picking up on something somehow.
There's a disturbance in the force.
There is a disturbance in the force. There is something that has a quality to it that draws attention in ways that, like, I have a premonition you're going to order ice cream. It doesn't.
That's a hard one.
On today's episode of White People Doing Shit That Shouldn't Be Done, but it looks pretty cool anyway, we have a man performing the ARNR, all risk, no reward. Please don't try this at home.
What was that noise in the background? Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, we need one of those.
Will it explode? 15 psi. Oh! 20 psi. Oh! 30 psi. Oh, huge bounce. 40 psi. This could be it. Oh! Whoa! 50 psi. Surely! Oh! You gotta dump that shit! You gotta dump that shit! Oh.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh shit. Gives me goosebumps. I don't know why.
What you're seeing here isn't the lens. It's actually the retina, completely detached and visible through the pupil.
Wow.
You almost never see this.
Wait a minute. What? Okay. Oh, this is crammed in there. Dangerous. So another thing, it's like, how do you practice this? How many times do you hit each other? Wow.
Okay, pull the string.
Okay.
Let it go slow. Alright, now do it regular. Alright, I'll do it again, but a little slower. I'll do it regular. Alright, I'll do it again, but a little slower.
Home security footage comes from a father who has been telling his family that their home is haunted, but nobody has believed him until now. The camera captures what appears to be the ladder lifting off from the house as he's putting up lights and throwing him backwards. Now he's okay, but he firmly believes this is his proof that the house is haunted, and it seems as though the ghost or poltergeist does not like him. Take a look at this footage, comment below, tell me what you think.
I was trying to think of like a example.
This winter is about to do something that we've never seen before. The weather pattern over North America is reorganizing in a way that's highly unusual for this close to Christmas. One that opens the door for a surge of record-breaking temperatures, a high-impact West Coast storm, and a sudden shutdown of winter weather for millions. This isn't a slow change or a subtle shift. It will be a rapid flip, and the timing could completely rewrite what Christmas looks like across the United States. But this weather pattern flip does come with consequences. Before the record-breaking temperatures lock in, the storm track will roar back to life in the west, where a powerful Pacific storm is lining up to impact the coast right around Christmas. Heavy rain, over 100 inches of snow in the higher elevations, and strong winds are all possible. And once that system moves through, the pattern changes again, quieting winter weather across much of the central and eastern United States. But that calm may not last long, because after Christmas, more major storms could be on the table. So in today's forecast, we are going to break down exactly what you need to know about this dramatic weather pattern change, who sees big impacts, and what the weather looks like after Christmas.
That is odd. It may not feel like it, but you're on the right path. That's where you gotta fake it till you make it. Bird up. That's so cool. I need one of those. I'm not really sure what this is. If it's like magnets. That's a first for me. Is it like manta rays? That's a bunch. So I couldn't figure out what it was at first. That's awesome. Come paint my face.
It looks like a boomerang. What you're seeing is called a diplocalus, an ancient amphibian. That wide crescent-shaped skull works like a hydrofoil. It lets him rise in the water with hardly any effort.
Oh my gosh, that works so well. I thought that was only going to be on your phone. That was cool.
Something's up, something's weird, and something's coming. Because what do you mean all New Year's Eve events are canceled around the world? Well, not all, but majority of them around the world, not in just one country, because of potential threats? I don't understand how we're so sure of all these potential threats, and they just have never done that before. People threaten every day, and I just don't believe that this is what it seems like. I think there's something else being set up. I do. I really think they're going to start implementing something that's going to lead to, you know, a more systematic new world order that is more in place and more enforced. I don't know. I just feel that this is weird. And you know what? I just came across a video of a man speaking on a prophetic warning that he said that he had gotten from God, and said that this will be the last Christmas. And I know nobody knows the day or hour that Jesus is returning. I don't think he was speaking on this will be the last Christmas because next Christmas Jesus is coming back. He was saying that this will be the last Christmas that things will be normal. And we don't know what's to come. He could be completely right. He could be completely wrong. I don't know. But I feel like it was very, very deep, and it felt so urgent. I, for some time, have been wondering, when will the last holidays be that we celebrate as a society? Like, when will we have our last Christmas?
I'm on my fucking lunch break, okay?
I called it weeks ago. Robots, much like AI, can be hacked and then they can preserve bad code, but it can also act in a cascading reaction where other robots can be turned. Researchers at the annual GeekCon put on a demonstration that maybe it's not the best idea to deploy an army of robots when we're not entirely sure how to protect them or, control them, and it is pretty bad. As you may well know, there's been an explosion of robotics, particularly interest in humanoid robots that can be deployed in the military as well as factories. While yes, you don't have to provide things like healthcare or other benefits to a humanoid robot, they are generally stronger than people and they don't complain about the working conditions. Well, sometimes they do. The thing is, billions of dollars have been poured into them in recent years, and they are seen as the future. We aren't quite at the point where you're going to have a safe household robot, but you can purchase one for about $20,000, depending on where you go. Maybe more like $50,000 or more if you're going through Tesla. However, you might have considered that anything that has a computer can be hacked, and robots are made to interact with each other. I've even seen projects where they want to give robots quantum chip simulators and allow them to share computation power, but that communication gives them a very interesting 0 day. You see, if one robot goes a little mad, they can then share it with other robots and it causes a chain reaction, and suddenly you might have an army of robots that are now against you. Of course, there is the possibility that if they're taking control of, they can act as spies and maybe go under the radar. But it was demonstrated that you can take control of them pretty easily, and then they can be asked to harm a human. Asimov's laws were never really enough, but we don't even really have those. When the robots finally rebel, I'll probably be the first person to tell you about it.
And possibly hit the lottery, or possibly not. Maybe not. What? Like, the things I've been seeing in Dallas are just unreal. Like, who's got that kind of money? That would be cool.
What a fucking loser.
Fucking Chuck Norris.
Dang, look at that beer belly, dog. Whoa. Called bloating. Did that just say 3 days ago?
Spanning for over 3,000 miles, as you're going to see here in just a moment. Check this out. I'm just going to let it play. I'll kind of narrate as he's spanning through, and it indicates, if you look at that line right there, it's got a dark feature in the center, basically implying density. Like it's denser in the center than it is on the edges. That's how it computes rain density. The rain is denser when it's purple, it's lighter when it's green, and it's orange, yellow, and red when it's moderate. So the purple represents density if you're comparing it to VIL, vertical integrated liquid, water, rain. But look at this. This is the weirdest thing. Now, we've seen anomalies on radar before in the form of like big radar rings that show up from time to time. And they're usually from Doppler, but sometimes when they're over 300 miles long, it makes you wonder what they really are. But look at this. It extends all the way out into the Atlantic Ocean, goes across Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, out into Bermuda, basically through the Bermuda Triangle area, spanning over 3,000 miles. He had never seen anything like this before on his weather radar, and we've all looked at weather radar at one point in time in our lifetimes, some of us every day. I'm one of those people that look at it every day. I can honestly say I've never seen anything like this. It is super weird. Went right through Savannah, just south of Claxton, seemed to break right there for whatever reasons, because, again, we're not sure what we're looking at here. It seemed to be a little stronger in the Georgia area. See the purple? Montgomery, Alabama, Selma, Meridian,
what is that?
Through Louisiana, that's Jackson, Mississippi, Vicksburg, now over into Shreveport, under Shreveport, south of Shreveport, went through Texas, went right over my head out here in Arizona, through New Mexico, and then out into the Atlantic Ocean. Check it out. Went right over my head out here in Arizona. Yeah, we're over here in Phoenix and went right above Phoenix. What in the world did he catch on radar here? Is this some sort of a dismissible glitch that,
Dismissible.
You can't dismiss everything that shows up on these things as just a coincidental glitch. Was this caused by some sort of a power source? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. I'm just simply passing it along.
I'm just simply passing this along. What? Oh, I thought that was falling. Yeah. Man, that'd be so much fun to fly those drones all day for work.
It's in a ball and it's like spiky. I have never seen this before.
The moon has been so weird. Anybody else been seeing the moon the last couple nights?
Breaking news out of Europe, where an unidentified object has been flying over the skies, actually across the entire globe. As you can see, the lines going around, and right now NORAD is tracking said object. As you can see from flight radar, this thing is curving up and down, and from the reports that we're seeing, there's no visible air.
Wouldn't that be scary?
This guy was live on Facebook like yesterday, and supposedly he found like a gray that's like cloaking. Let me know what you guys think. Whoa. kind of see something.
I don't see anything.
Why is his house green?
Just move.
Oh, he's saying it has kind of like a cloaking device.
You can see it.
You do kind of see two large eyes. Why is his house green? Bro's asking for an abduction.
Mira cómo brilla. No te mames.
I don't know what he's saying, but it's funny to me.
No te mames, mira cómo brilla.
Get closer, bro. Offer some food. I mean, it is kind of weird, but he has a really horrible camera, and even the wall to his left right here looks like distorted, so... Oh, it kind of blinked! Wait. Wait. Guys, this is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
No te mames, mira cómo se está. Mira cómo se está.
Dude, forgive me. This is actually kind of sick.
Ve eso, no mames, ve cómo mueve su cabeza, ve. No mames, güey. Ve cómo se materializa, mira eso.
No mommies for sure, man.
I don't know. What do y'all think about that?
My conspiracy theory is that Michael Jackson's song Thriller was actually about crack. Because if you really dissect it and you listen to the lyrics, like, it's close to midnight and it's something evil lurking in the dark. The evil which was lurking in the dark were the crackheads. Those dance moves were the gyrations and movements of crackheads. Even though crack was not out when Thriller came out in 1983, it was like Quincy Jones wrote that song. He was forewarning us about the evils to come with crack cocaine.
At the end, when she goes, "Oh, it was a bad dream," and he looks into the camera, that's a crackhead.
That's a crackhead.
Wow.
That's
his eyes are yellow?
That's a crackhead who has not fully been exposed.
This is the weirdest shit you ever seen. You about to see niggas like this every day, y'all.
No one can save you from the beast with 40 eyes.
Some shit a crackhead would say.
Then that white guy comes out and he's saying what's going to happen. Darkness falls across the land.
And it's hopeless.
Your body starts to shiver.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They're talking about crack.
That's weird. I don't know how to feel about that. That sucks. At that point, do you just let it burn the rest of it down? He's like, what the fuck? I'm dreaming. Whoa. Oh, piece of shit.
Justin, this is ridiculous.
He didn't know where he was. Okay. We got Matt McCusker over here. And the dog. Felice Naughty Dog.
Matt just has a way of cheering me up when I'm feeling down. Oh. Uh-oh. See what I mean, though?
A global flood seemed pretty ridiculous. Until now, with this. It explains nearly everything with models and evidence. But for the longest time, we couldn't model a global flood scenario that would bury literally everything, which is why it was such a hotly debated topic, especially the water erosion on the Sphinx. If the poles shifted, it would create a sloshing of the oceans of the Earth. The sloshing would go over the low parts of the continent and then drain back out. Those flow patterns are seen in Egypt and Saudi Arabia. A huge drain for this would be Mauritania. Any ancient city that was there would have got wiped off the continent and swallowed by the ocean in a debris field that we find right off the coast. It's called the Mauritania Slide Complex. This dude started recording history for the West. When he spoke with the Egyptian priests, they said they have been through 4 of these events, which is just one account of upwards of 500 global flood legends. These ranging all the way from Mexico to Rome. It would explain why there's 3 different erosion patterns on the Great Pyramid and why there are cities in the sky, like in Sri Lanka and Peru. This is the best part. 85% of ancient temples are aligned to this mysterious North Pole. From the Passage Mounds in England to every pyramid in China. From that pole to our pole is what this simulation is. This theory was proposed by the ethical skeptic. Juno on X has released 4 research papers this year on the topic and makes all these sweet simulations. We're going to cover what they presented, from the geology to the physics to how they tie these shelters into the narrative, and even give you a field guide for surviving one at the end. That's going to be on YouTube if you need something fun to watch with the fam over the next couple days. Click that after you follow me if you don't want to wait. We've got enough rabbit holes to put you in Wonderland for the winter, and they're all $10 right now. My hair is cut. Buckle up. I love you the most.
I didn't know that dude is in Austin.
There's a molecule most people have never heard of that quietly decides when your brain is done for the day. It's called adenosine. And if you understand adenosine, you'll understand caffeine. Adenosine builds up as a byproduct of using energy. And your brain, it's an expensive operation metabolically. It takes a lot of fuel just to keep you awake and focused, thinking, making decisions. As adenosine accumulates in the brain, it binds to receptors that signal something important. We burned through a lot of fuel today and we're running hot. That's what we call sleep pressure. As that pressure builds, motivation drops, recall gets worse, creativity fades, and you get grumpy. The brain is slowly shifting toward rest and recovery, and eventually, no matter how much you fight it, adenosine wins and forces sleep. Now here's where caffeine comes in. Caffeine doesn't give you energy. It doesn't fix fatigue. What it does is it blocks adenosine receptors. It's basically earplugs for the brain. The signal's still there. The brain just can't hear it, and presto, you feel alert. But here's the problem. While you're enjoying that productivity, adenosine keeps building in the background. You're still burning fuel, and when caffeine levels fall, all that adenosine suddenly binds to the receptors again, and now there's more of it than before. That's what they call the caffeine crash. And with daily caffeine use, that crash often gets worse. The caffeine hack's pretty effective until the brain learns the con. Within a week or 2, the brain adapts by making more adenosine receptors. That amplifies the fatigue signal even more when caffeine wears off. That's why so many people hit a wall in the late afternoon or early evening. So how do you use caffeine skillfully? Treat caffeine like a tool, not a drip. 1 or 2 modest doses early in the day, but don't start right when you wake up. Give it an hour or 2. Your body already has systems to bring you online. Get some light in your face and give them a chance to work. And cut caffeine off early enough that it can clear before bedtime. For most people, that means nothing after about 2 p.m. If you kick the can down the road too far on fatigue, you get into a cycle of sleep deprivation. If you don't let sleep pressure build up over the last 8 hours or so of the day, you won't get the depth and quantity of sleep you need that night, even if you fall asleep fine. You can only pay a sleep debt with sleep. It's the only way to effectively clear the cache on adenosine, so you start the day with a fresh reset. So the goal isn't to eliminate caffeine, it's to stop using it to outrun sleep. That will kill you early.
Endless pursuit of crack leaves me tired, and to play red balls, it gives me wings.
Very wise. I don't know why, but caffeine just doesn't work on me the same way. You know, like I can drink a Monster and go to sleep. It's very weird. I don't know if it's just like a serotonin factor. Like, I don't think it's a dopamine thing. I don't know how I feel about dopamine, or if I even define it anymore as dopamine. I think it's like a lack of serotonin or a misuse of serotonin. Maybe it's that gland. Maybe there's an issue with that. You would think if a bubble froze, it would pop, right? I hope they pick it up. That's pretty awesome. Made me feel cold.
I need y'all to listen up real quick because cities all around the world, a lot of them, are quietly pulling back their New Year's Eve celebrations. And people keep asking the same question. Why now? Why all of a sudden? You got Paris pulling back major events. You got Tokyo pulling back major events. You got the USA pulling back major events, especially New York. I'm hearing this about to be deep stipulations. A lot of things that's in effect. So if you was in New York last year for New Year's Eve, you're going to see a major difference this time around. And so what reports are saying is y'all know the 4 people that got caught in California that they said was doing a terror plot on New Year's Eve? So apparently it wasn't just supposed to happen in California. I'm hearing they had different locations that was supposed to get fucked up. One being New York. So now the moderate threat level is very high. And it's not just in America, y'all. Like I said, it's globally. We've seen the events that happened in Pondy Beach. Now, given what I just said, this doesn't mean something is going to happen. I'm just letting you know that there's a high level and they're treating it as such. So if you're out and about in a big location, a big event somewhere for New Year's Eve, just pay attention to your surroundings. Because when you got places making major headlines like this, it just make you want to pay attention. That's all I'm telling y'all to do is pay attention, fool. You never know. Something can happen anytime, any place, anywhere, any second.
That's so frustrating. Can't enjoy nothing. Maybe everybody should just stay home then. Enjoy it with their family.
She changing every time. I wanna see how she be. Yeah, I'm talking dulce amor, sabes todo lo que sos. Con tu amor que yo quiero como un postre de alfajor. Sugar love, you know, sugar love. I changed my flow, but I changed my dishes. Understand because I just always wish my merry wishes. Even though it's like I fucking kill snitches, but I guess I never understand the situation you in, cause that wouldn't be me. And I'm chilling with the team, chilling with so many rappers, producers, and MCs. We walking down the street, we say,
Understand, man, you entering our spaceship. We'll probably get your facelift. Yo, I'm looking at you while you looking at me. Yo, they say I'm breaking the whole matrix. Hey, yo, listen, it's beyond us. With this equipment, I thought you was Elon Musk. But you not though, while you was walking. I understand you the modern day Stevie Hawking.
We sing something.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite ones.
Walking away, you wanna take out. I'm all in away, paying now. You're talking away, I want it all.
That's cracking right there.
Put your head out the window, casual innuendo. Oh, for a second, let's no come through. Yeah, we wanna go. You can blunder a midday, Manhattan to LA. My house over at your place, come through. Yeah, you know it now.
Fucking do it, dog. Okay, alright. Sunday night, tomorrow.
I interrupting the shoot or no?
Just finished up. We actually just rapped.
What's the vibe you like?
I'm big on like rap shit.
Sounds great on a 4 on the floor beat. If you got anything funky.
I wonder what the number one's
I'm
gonna
down.
be.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Now I got a little audience. I'm trying to not to get too stressed. Okay.
Less lights and less photos, less eyes on us as the night goes. I could turn a bar crawl to a nightclub to a private light show, make a dice roll. Oh, they tell me that she's the type, makeup, waist up, ain't the easy type. And my lame take an aim for the kill. Hit the deck, baby, this ain't no drill. What's your name? Who'd you bring? And are they on some shit? Acting strange with the gang. Who you know in this bitch? Sorry, man, but I can't. Cause you ain't on the list. Nah, you ain't on the list. Nah, you ain't on the list. Do you daydream about me when you're alone? Twirl your hair when we talk on the phone. It's got high like a pop fly, can you dig it? Spotlight in the nighttime, don't get timid. I can move too, so I put a blue side. I'm trying to see if you're here for the moolah. Let me know if it all gets too real. We could conquer the night at your will. What's your name? Who'd you bring? And are they on some shit? Acting strange with the gang. Who you know in this bitch? Sorry, man, but I can't. Cause you ain't
I had to put one more out.
Yeah, you ain't on the list.
Hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
On the list. What's your
Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning into another Price is Right. Like I said, have a very Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. Be safe. And of course, we'll see you in a few days. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't seen or missed out on any future content. And please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, we will see y'all next time. All right, y'all. Peace. Merry Christmas.
But when you need my help, because I am ruining everything, don't look at me.
Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.